Hey everybody, welcome back to the Underground Lair Stringman Guitars. We have a Michael Kelly Stratocaster kind of shaped object here, and this thing is cool. Let's check it out. This thing has a mahogany back. I've already taken the plate off. It's got a nice beveled heel contour so you can get up here a little easier. A nice big block. Somebody put the springs in the right way. From what I understand, mahogany body. It's got a maple, well, no, it's a veneer. You can tell because this maple binding does not match the what's on the top. It doesn't like bend over, so just a veneer, but it's cool looking, isn't it? Roasted maple neck. These are made in Korea. It's got staggered tuners. Upon initial inspection, the G string is just a hair too high in the slot here, so we're going to bring that down. And I'm going to do all my preemptive strikes with the original strings. They're 1046. We're putting on 1046, either GHS or Ernie Ball, depends on what I have. The relief should be 10,000. Let's see what we have. Yep, got 10,000 relief. And one thing that's wrong here is this should be flat to the deck, not decked, but level with the top of the body, and it's kind of We'll use this skyscraper block. See, it has, if I can get it in the light right, it has kind of a step stool design. That's going to go in the back to pull this flat. But we're going to tear the strings off of this thing first and clean up the fretboard, oil the fingerboard. I'm not going to show you all that, but I'll put a link right somewhere on the screen where you can see how I do that. Let me first do the G string. Just make sure that that was the one that was the issue. I look at 20 thousandths as being a good starting point for your string height. And it just kind of goes under there without hitting the strings. So let's go ahead and, if we're going with 10 to 46, that would be 17 thou. I believe I have a 17 thou file, so I think they're all there. Yeah, it's in the sealed pack. Okay, so 17. Posco, the best a file can be. And 17 is right here. So, and you want to angle it towards the string tree, so let's just go ahead and do that. I think this is a tusk nut. It does not feel like a plastic nut. And I'll confirm that whenever I get it out, because it's loose. And also, it's not fitting very well. You can kind of get your fingernail under there. So I'm gonna file that a little bit. There we are. Okay, so we are at 20 thousandths on every string for nut height. Let's go ahead and tear the strings off. Okay, so first of all, where'd that nut go? The nut is plastic. Second of all, it was not glued in. Very well at all. So, and thirdly, just going to take some of the edge off of it. Both sides. I mean, it's got a really broad shoulder. Sandpaper's your friend. Alright, I think that's much better. I'll put some glue in there. And yeah, that fits much nicer. Yeah, okay. So problem one done. I'm going to go ahead and polish up these frets. I cleaned out each nut slot because it is a floating bridge. You want it to be able to pass through the nut slots whenever you're using the whammy bar. So I'm probably going to use, if I have any left in here, Big Ben's nut sauce or possibly guitar grease. Both will work equally well. And we take a 10 mil socket and we make sure that the bushings are snug, which they're not, they're loose. You don't want to crank them, you just want to snug them up, because that can be a source of tuning instability. Okay, boys and girls, nice and shiny frets, oiled fingerboard, clean fingerboard. I said that all out of order. I'm going to throw some strings on it and get it ready to go. Okay, so we're all cleaned up. We got our strings in the bridge. Everybody gets to see one time how I string guitars. Come through here, give myself about yay much room, and I bend it. Remember I was telling you 1 in 7 on the opening of the tuning machine? That's why. Always wrap underneath. Don't get your finger stuck. And then you get your, hopefully we still have some of this Big Ben's nut sauce. Yes, we do. And that's how we do that. I'll do that 5 more times. And you get 1.5 wraps on the wound strings, and on the unwound strings you want between 4 and 5 wraps. Okay, so we're somewhat up to tune, but you see the bridge is way up. So I left it a little flat, stretching in the strings. And then we're going to stick the skyscraper block in there to take care of keeping the bridge where we want it as we do our setup. And as we polish the frets, man, these things are so smooth, no grit anywhere. Get the block in there. There we go. 2 steps in. Show you what that looks like there. Kind of center it on the beam, and it's on the 2nd step. Switch this around so that I got more of an angle to deal with. And up here is the block is not hitting the table. So, Let's go ahead and bring this up to pitch, make sure the block doesn't fall out. Alright, so we're strung up and up to pitch. Let's see where our relief went. If it went anywhere. Shouldn't have. Same gauge. And those were fairly new strings that were on there. The 10 just barely slips under there. String height, 464s, 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 and 464s. Let's check for string buzz. Okay, we've got the intonation on the D. A is a little sharp. A's in. D's in. Maybe just a hair sharp. It's bouncing on the line. Just give it a tweak. Sharp. So we're going to tighten the screw. There it is. G's in. He's in. He's in. Alright, let's plug it into the noisemaker, make sure everything works. Oh. Oh, don't make me take it. That's gonna work. Good. Alright. So, can't do anything there. I love how full these pickups sound. I don't know if they're stock or not. Tell, but makes it a little quackier there. Yeah. So quacky, last quacky, and then the bridge pickup. guess that's the quack switch. Maybe it's phase, I don't know. Alright, enough of that fooling around. Let us set up our pickup heights. Wood block is still there. Let's see where these are. Too low, too low, too low. And too low, everything's too low. Poke your eye out. Alright, let's see what that did. Just trying to get it close. Treble side. Too high. Too low, too low. Raise these two up. That's good. That's good. That's too low. Too high. Split the difference. Like the front edge of that's catching. I moved it out of the way, now it's fine. Okay. That's how did we do on the base side. That's too high, that's perfect. And then come on. Not quite high enough. That's good, that's good. And still come up. There we go. The next thing we have to do is we have to get rid of the block. Just tightening these screws to the point where the block comes loose. It's really loose, but it's not completely loose, so it means it's still being held in there. There, we can take it out. Now, block should be level. It is. Okay. Let's see where our tuning is. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, so it looks like we nailed that, so good. Bingo bango. Okay, so that tells us that the block, the bridge and the trim block are right where it was whenever I had this block in there, because these two stayed in tune. Sometimes you have to tighten them or loosen them in the back without touching the tuners here to bring it into tune, but it's in tune. So what did we do? We moved this volume control a whole lot because it's making noise. Okay, we discovered that that's the quack button and that's the unquack button. The tone control is smooth. This was a little noisy. It's not noisy anymore. We polished the frets. We cleaned and oiled the fingerboard. We glued down the nut. We lowered the G string Oh yeah, that's another thing I want to do. I've got tension and these are straightish. Tighten these up a bit. There we go. So there you go, Michael Kelly S style. Oh, I meant to point this out. Isn't that cool? Little inlay there. I want to thank you for joining us down here in the underground layer. If you gained anything out of this, like and subscribe. If you need your guitar brought up to par, send an instant message in the Facebooks. I'm also on stringmanguitars.com. And the numbers in both places. Just give a call and we'll get you in here to set this up. Take care of the old folks because they're special. Love your neighbor like you love yourself, and peace. You guys are awesome. Thank you.